When I'm riding through your hood, east side, be with me. Pull the pole at his chromosome, meet with me.
I'm back. Any nigga got a problem with it?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy T, and I'm back with another video, man. And today, we're going to be talking about the story of Fredo Bang. Fredo Bang, born on March 29, 1996 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He grew up having a love for music, but like most of us, he didn't take it serious. He loved music so much that he joined his middle school band. He played the clarinet. But let's back up a little, back to the 4th grade, when he met who the world would later know as G Money. And they didn't have a close relationship during this time. They just knew of each other. They didn't become real cool up until freshman year of high school, 2010. They had another friend from back in the day as well. You may have heard of him before. NBA Youngboy? Yeah, but keep that name in mind for later on in the story. Let's speak of another friend for now. Crazy Trey. In 2014, Fredo Bang's best friend at the time, Crazy Trey, he died. And following his death, he saw G Money at a snowball stand. And they talked about getting on a song together, because Fredo was aware of G Money, making a little name for himself, getting a little buzz out there. He takes rapping really serious. And Fredo wanted to get on the same shit at the time. So the rest was history. They never split up after that. G and the Bang, man. That was until they were forced to split. Fredo Bang was arrested. In 2016, he was facing 45 years. But luckily for him, he only ended up doing 2.5 and 5 on parole. A blessing. But fans, however, looked at this blessing as him snitching. So he cleared up the air on a Say Cheese interview. In 2014, he was already out on bond for a 2nd-degree battery charge, 2 attempts. While out, police pulled him over. They found a firearm in his car, and the judge put him on hold. In the interview, he states that the gun was connected to 5 other shootings. Fredo claims his attempts broke down into 7 years criminal damage of property. He got 2 years for using the firearm, 2 years for having a stolen firearm, and they dropped the battery charges to a misdemeanor. And that actually ran concurrent, so he ended up doing only 7 years, 5 of them being out on parole. Now, even though Fredo caught that big break, it would later receive news that overshadows that good news. Guards woke him up one night, telling him he needed to contact his brother. So he gave his brother a call, not knowing that that phone call would be informing him that his friend G Money was murdered outside of a studio. I cried like a bitch, bruh. I broke down. My whole body locked up. That wasn't just my friend, that was my real brother. When he died, a part of me died, he says to Sean Cotton of Say Cheese. He didn't want to believe the news, so he hung up the phone. Taking a few minutes to gather his thoughts, he decided to call his mother for clarification. But unfortunately, it was the same news. G Money was murdered. Being rumored that NBA Youngboy had something to do with this, Sean Cotton asked Baton Rouge rapper, could he wash his hands with it and let the situation be handled by God? Fredo Bang then responds, I am a God. It's gonna get handled, as he stares at the camera and grins. But a few weeks later, Fredo Bang will begin what would later become his run towards a top 100 charting album in 2020. Fresh out of jail, Fredo Bang will release video after video in the span of a few weeks, letting his presence be known, also reviving the presence of his fellow brother G Money. He will also later step into the role of playing a male figure in G Money's children's lives. Following his death, the ball was rolling for Fredo. It was literally out of the pen to record labels trying to get him to sign with the pen. TBG started back buzzing in Baton Rouge again. Fredo picked up the baton G Money left. There was one problem though. The more popular Fredo gets, the more popular the drama with NBA gets. Fans will speculate and antagonize the beef of TBG and NBA, who would later be coined as 4K Trey. It was bittersweet. The more Fredo's fan base grows, the bigger the beef with 4K Trey grows. Young boy would diss Fredo Bang's dead friends. Fredo would return the favor and do the same towards him. People have died. People have been handicapped behind this war in Baton Rouge, allegedly. And we all over the world know of this because of a tool discovered in 1977, but more specific for this story, in 2010. The downfall of most rappers today, Instagram. But Fredo Bang, he's a little different. He's a student of the game. You can tell he's watched. You can tell he's paid attention. Paid attention to the rappers who have risen and the rappers who have fallen in this rap beef. He's knowledgeable of the art of war. If there's anything you could learn from the story of Fredo Bang, which is still being written, it is the power of calm. The ability of being calm is so underrated, especially in war. During combat, there's usually two different emotions in both of you and your opponent. Those emotions being intimidation or anger, depending on your character as a human. Regardless of which, reacting off either will more than likely result in a mistake. A mistake that may or may not cause you your demise. A mistake you wouldn't have made operating from a calm mind state. Fredo was able to have an entire interview about his enemy and not get out of character once. Not even insult his enemy once. Smile on his face the entire time. Knowing the right words to say. Knowing the right things to do. Very structured. Very strategic. And they say it's easy to love your friend. But sometimes the hardest lesson to learn is to love your enemy. If you master both, you are a dangerous opponent. Fredo Bang, the story of a rapper out of Baton Rouge, who even at this young age has mastered the art of war. But anyway, man, how y'all feel about this? Let me know in the comment section, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. Hey, man, follow me on Instagram, TZF Baby 252. Go.
Prolific.
Ay.
Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry.
Ay.
Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry.